Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or just think it'd be a bit of a giggle to have your own talk show, podcasting is an easy, inexpensive and fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote and track your podcast. Your show can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Deezer. There's loads, and all done within a couple of minutes of uploading and finishing your recording. Podcasting isn't hard when you've got the right partners, and the team at Buzzsprout are passionate about helping you succeed. They've helped us out over at the MBS podcast, so you can join us and over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get the message out to the world. Following the link in the show notes lets Buzzsprout know that we sent you. This gets you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan, and it helps support our show. So thanks for that, and we appreciate it. Hello and welcome to this episode 5 of the MBS podcast with me, John.
And Mark.
And how are you doing?
Good.
Good.
What's the topic today then, John?
Topic today, my old fruit bat, is grooming and fashion.
I don't think grooming's a
No,
appropriate.
not that kind of grooming. That's the wrong sort of grooming.
Literally don't know nothing about that, so
No.
I don't really want to get into it.
Definitely
if I'm
not.
honest.
Yeah, it's not that type of grooming.
So-
You're golden. No, as in male grooming and male fashion. So making ourselves look prim, proper, and pretty.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Awkward silence.
Have we got a guest to go through that with us, or
No.
excellent?
I think.
Okay, so
I think
I'm going to start things off today, though, John.
Go on then.
With a question.
Oh.
What do you do, grooming wise, to make yourself look beautiful for the ladies? Obviously, you're just your wife,
There's
but
only one lady in my life.
and your daughter,
And the cat.
and your mum,
And my mum. And the cat.
and your sister.
And my sister. Yeah, so there's some ladies in my life.
But obviously
gonna put
personal
importance.
appearance. We
Yeah, of
both
course,
take
yeah.
pride in our appearance,
Yeah,
don't
we
we?
do, yeah.
So
We do.
So what
So what do I do?
What would you do?
I don't have a...
You have a daily routine?
No, I don't. I don't have
Do you
like
just
a...
think, oh, my beard's a bit thingy, I'm just going to give it a trim? Or do you do your beard yourself? John's got a pretty good beard, everybody.
Thanks.
It's not bad.
I'm a little bit proud of my Zeus beard. I like it. I do like my Zeus beard. Right, so... No, is the answer.
You have got beard grooming equipment.
I do have beard
And
grooming equipment.
balms and...
Oh yeah,
bits.
and I do use it.
You do?
and I do, and I did this morning as well. Actually,
Okay,
I did this morning. So, but it's not like it's a regimented thing. You know, like you wake up.
Yeah, some people love it, don't they? They're like in there moisturising.
Yeah, mate. I think in this like in this kind of modern world that we live in, where there are an awful lot of like beauty products or I don't know, health products or whatever for men, that I think I'm a bit of a caveman in comparison. Like I still compare myself these days to an old school kind of guy. Like instead of the deck shoes and skinny jeans with your ankles showing and a tight t-shirt or a tight shirt,
That's not me.
like I'm still a boot cut pair of boots and a jacket kind of guy. Do you know what I mean? Like a t-shirt or a shirt or a hoodie sort of guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a like my idea of being a bit dressed up is me. I pull out my nice pair of jeans, and then I put on a shirt and my shoes. Do you know what I mean? That's me dressing up.
That's
apart from
probably
like a
about
whistle,
me as well.
apart from a whistle and flute. Like that's it. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like if I need to go suited and booted, then I've got a couple of suits that I can look rather swanky in. But like my normal standard default for casual smart is a decent pair of jeans, which is basically one without oil stains on them, and a shirt that's got all of the buttons. And a pair of shoes that I've cleaned up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I personally, I don't really subscribe to it, but I'm starting to think as I get older, like, I mean, I'm not really old per se. I'm like 30s. I'm not old like you old,
Ooh,
Like, I'm only 37, mate.
that was a shot to the stomach. That
Yeah,
was.
man. But you are old, so it's fine. But I start to think maybe actually, my wife's like 5 years younger than me, so she's going to be looking pretty and stuff a lot longer than I am. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got city miles on me. Do you know what I mean? I don't. I think I look a lot older than I actually am because I'm sort of a bit weathered. Like, I'm like an apple that's been left out in the sun all summer. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Starting to go.
yeah, it's slipping.
Discolouring.
Yeah.
Starts going in on itself.
Yeah, exactly that. So I probably really should, but like I talk to some people that I talk to, and they're like, yeah, I get up every morning at like 6 o'clock, and I have a ice cold glass of water, and this, that, and the other, and I take some vitamins, and then I do this and I do that, and then I have my shower, and then when I'm in the shower, I use like different types of scrubs and this, that, and the other. Now, I think it's probably the right way to be doing it.
Possibly, yeah.
Like, and I use all this, that, and the other, and then when I get out, I use like 3 different types of moisturiser. I've got one for my cheekbones, one for my neck, and one to go under my eyes, and then I've got toners and this. Do you know what I mean? Like all the stuff, like when you look at your wife's or your girlfriend's like bedside table, dressing table, and you go, "What the fuck is that? Like, how could you possibly need that?" They've got that stuff.
I need all of it.
Yeah.
That's. Do you need all that? No, I need all of it. All of it. All of it. Literally all of it.
Like, so, like my routine, to answer your question, and I think I'm a bit behind like everybody else. I think I am probably a bit of a caveman, or potentially a cowboy, or just a bit of a skank overall. Because there are some days that I get up and my first thought isn't, "Oh, I best go and clean my teeth." And my first thought is, definitely need a piss. I really want a cup of coffee. So I come pottering downstairs, sometimes in my pants. Sometimes I might even go the whole stretch of putting some clothes on. But I come downstairs, and like previously, I would have gone out, sat out in the garden, had a fag and a cup of coffee, couple of fags, come back in, woken up enough to sort of figure out what was going on in the day or in my life, and then probably just walk back upstairs, do my hair, and put some clothes on, and then go and crack on with the day. So like some days I wouldn't even clean my teeth as I go out the door, which is a bit grimy, but
That's disgusting.
no, it's not. It's not.
Are you just trying to keep people away?
Yeah, mate.
From your
Obviously,
beard?
yeah, that's right. Stay away from my beard, so I have bad breath deliberately. Stay away.
Awesome.
But like, then there are other days where I'm up, like, people that are up at 6 in the morning performing their routine, where I'm like up, I'm showered, I've got the clippers out, they're tidying up the beard, I'm in the shower, I'm using like stealing my wife's like Elemis face scrubs and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm out, and I have got the moisturiser and that Nivea for Men eye roller thing for the bags under your eyes and all
I've
that.
got one of those.
So using them.
I don't think it works.
No.
But to be fair, I'll buy it, I'll use it once, and then I'll think, oh blimey, a week later, I'll use that, and then I'll use it again 2 weeks later, or I might use it 2 days in a row sometimes.
Yeah, see,
I'm one of those guys. I just have the good intention, but I just haven't been brought up.
Yeah, no.
And I don't think even that, where we're sort of that similar age,
Yeah.
we've gone through,
I mean,
we didn't move forward with the times with that sort of thing.
No.
Because it's not something we...
No. Growing up
Sort of
as kids, for us, it was like up at 4 in the morning, sit in front of, especially at the weekend, sit in front of the telly with a bowl of cereal and the little electric fan heater,
Yeah.
watching cartoons, and then by sort of 7 o'clock in the morning, you'd all met up with your mates in the nearest park, and you were either playing football or climbing trees or getting soaked, or do you know what I mean? Just generally being little terrors, like, but out and about getting muddy and dirty and stuff. So like it didn't exist. Like male, like I remember stealing, like when I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11 years old, stealing a couple of dabs of my old man's Old Spice, or like some Kuros or something
Some
like that.
brute.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like that was that and a bit of, there might have been a bit of Brill cream dotted about the house. That was the grand sum and total of like blokes looking after themselves.
Yeah.
I definitely looked after myself or my appearance more when I was a teenager. Definitely. Like my hair was always done. I was always in like the best designer gear that I could afford, or that my family could afford, or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I'd probably say it's quite similar in that respect.
And then I kind of got to my sort of 20s, like going out of a sort of Saturday night or going out, I'd make an effort, so the hair would be done and then I'd look all right. But like every other part, like going to work, it's kind of work requirements, Martin. As long as you're clean and, do you know what I mean, you fit with whatever their uniform or whatever their work dress regulations are, then you're kind of golden. Do you know what I mean? And that, you know, you were at school and it was a shirt, a pair of trousers, a pair of shoes, and either a blazer or a jumper of some sort.
Yeah.
And then you go to the office when you finish work, and it's shoes, pair of trousers, shirt, a blazer, or a jumper of some sort is considered to be all right office attire. Do you know what I mean? Unless, of course, you go work for a company that's got a uniform provided for you. But,
absolutely.
But like, so you spend most of your time in something that sort of resembles a suit for a lot of time, and then like the hoodie, the invention of the hoodie. Do you know what I mean? In like the late 90s and the early 90s, the invention of the hoodie.
It's not raining
or the
and it's cold, I've got a hoodie on.
Yeah, the popularisation of the hoodie. Like the hoodie ruined me, mate. I think I've spent from probably 22 years old or 20 years old through to now in hoodies. Like, again, going out would be smart enough, but like I can't bring myself to look like all of the lads these days, because I don't, not that there's anything wrong, like everyone can dress how they want to dress, but like for me it's just a bit too girly. I don't know, man. Like maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's a wrong opinion.
I think there's a lot of people that use, like men now, that are using hair straighteners and hair dryers and stuff like that. I mean,
to be fair,
I wouldn't have even considered that.
To be fair, with my haircut, I do occasionally use the hair dryer. I haven't quite got to stealing the wife's GHDs just yet, but like
I haven't got enough hair to do that, mate. Anyway, maybe I'm just jealous, John.
That's probably what it is. But yeah, like this whole Harry's "I dare you to get a top knot" thing 18 months ago has got a little bit out of control, and I'm now actually growing quite a respectable sort of ponytail for a bloke. And do you know what I mean? So yeah, I do use that. I haven't quite got, like I said, to the straighteners just yet. But I don't put any of like the Weird and Wonderful like hair masks. I don't use that. I literally, like my missus is like, she's so cheap, it's so great. I just use Tresemme shampoo and Tresemme conditioner, because it's you buy like a litre of the stuff and it lasts 6 months.
Yeah,
it's a little squirt.
Yeah, don't do anything like face masks or any of that sort of stuff. I think I've probably done one in the past with my kids for a laugh, but it's not my thing.
No, it's not.
I just buy whatever's on offer, John.
Yeah.
I'm one of
we
them
were having
blokes.
this conversation when you came in through the door earlier.
I am. I go into a shop. I need some shampoo. I don't buy the cheap like own brand stuff. I do like quality products, but I like quality products at a price. I have a limit. I'm just tight.
You're a Savers shopper, aren't you?
I'm just tight.
You're in Savers because they've got Head and Shoulders for 90p today instead of £1.50.
I'm so tight. I think I might start squeaking when I walk, if I'm honest. But I do use like, for instance, I'll use like an actual face wash. So I won't just use like the body wash stuff to wash my face, although I did do for years. So I'll buy like a dedicated face wash, whether it just be a cleanser, cleaner. I don't really read it. I just see men's face wash, £2.
Do you have
£4? That's a deal.
When you're in the shower? I've just thought about this because you're saying about like not using body wash, right? Do you have like a sensible person? I would imagine. Like a routine, so you like literally start at the top and work your way down.
Well, you got it.
Yeah. See, this is where I might have made a bit of a monumental error this morning.
You don't wash your nuts and then wash your face, John.
Because that's exactly what I did this morning. Like I literally just thought, oh crap, I washed my balls and then scrubbed my face with like the same hand of there's body wash.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit of a cheap twat when it comes to body wash as well, because I buy that Tesco's like litre-and-a-half pump thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like again, because.
Oh, so I will buy a cheap one, but I'll buy like a Lynx or something like that, like one of the large ones that are on offer. So you've got like tons of the stuff but I do find the consistency is massively different. So if you buy like a Tesco's own brand, for instance, and I'm talking like the value stuff, not their other products. It's like a lot of it's quite watery. It doesn't foam up as much. You have to use like twice as much to get. And it's the same with like things like washing up liquid, isn't it?
Yeah.
You buy cheap washing up liquid, it doesn't foam up.
Yeah.
as much as you double it.
It's very liquid.
And it's the
or
same.
nothing.
It's the same with body wash and hair shampoo. And I don't use conditioner and stuff like that. I literally wash my hair with shampoo, done. Wash my face, and then I just use body wash to wash the rest of my body. And then last of all, John, I wash my arse crack and nutsack.
Yeah, no,
I'm done.
I didn't do the arse face thing. I like just thinking about it. I didn't do the arse face, but I definitely did the good old wipe around the balls, then back up the body, and then on my face again. I was like,
Yeah, once or twice a week, I'll give my face a trim with a trimmer. And I have got some teeth whitening stuff which I do on the odd occasion. So, again, something I was like, yeah, that's great, but I just can't. I don't know. I just don't find myself getting in that routine of doing that stuff all the time. And I obviously keep my man area trimmed because the last thing you want is your missus to go, whoa, Jesus, there's what's going on in that forest.
Do you think? Well, yeah. So I am lucky because my trouble and strife is a beauty therapist, so I can get free massages and free waxing.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, apart from like a few uncomfortable moments with the whole back sack and crack thing, like actually, it's not nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be. I don't understand where all the fuss comes. I actually think when she waxes my chest or my shoulders, that hurts more than downstairs. Although she did my ball bag,
Wow.
right? Like, and it turns out,
Did you lose any skin?
yeah, it's like crepe paper.
Wow.
It's like layers of slightly stretchy crepe paper, one on top of the other. Because she did down there, and yoink. And do you remember, like, when you were a kid and you'd come off your bike or you'd fall off your skateboard and you wouldn't cut yourself, and it wasn't really a graze, it was you took a couple of layers of skin off and that was it, and then you got that liquid skin stuff that formed over it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah? You remember that when you were a kid?
Your body's defence system.
Yeah, right? So I ended up with patches of that essentially on my ball bag.
Ooh.
Which was a little bit like pull in the shower, right? Because you've obviously got to have a shower to get off the bits of wax that are still stuck to you, because it doesn't take every single bit of wax off. So like the little teeny tiny bits that were left, you've got to have a shower to get it off. But so that's a bit stingy, right? Makes you jump a little bit, go, but it's bearable. What was unbearable was the week or so afterwards. Every time I sat down, the little scab that had formed on my scrotum cracked.
Oh,
Every
nice.
time. Every time I said, mate, honestly, I wore the baggiest pants for a week. The baggiest boxers that I had for a week. In fact, I think I spent a couple of days walking around in my swimming shorts because they've got that nice little net that just cups and hammocks you, doesn't it? A little bit. Like,
Coated in Vaseline or Sudocreme.
Mate, I tell you what though, that I sat down at work in the office and like quite,
Yeah.
because crack. Yeah,
Nice.
so like there's a bit, but I think I'm kind of hoping that over time, that a bit like everything, like the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet, on babies they're nice and soft and delicate because they haven't done anything. But as you get older, they get a bit tougher and a bit harder. So I'm kind of hoping that the same principle applies to my ball bag.
Well, I'll let you get on with that and experience that yourself because it's not really me.
But I think it's I don't know, man. I think it's worth it. There's something to be said for the aerodynamicness of it all. Do you know what I mean? Not that I run around the streets naked. But...
So what you're saying is, where you haven't got the hair on your leg and your ball bag, it's not like a stickle brick.
No.
In comparison to having smooth.
No, and I've got to say, I felt personally that they were a lot less sweaty.
Oh, okay. It's no chafing.
No, yeah, definitely no chafing and no uncomfortable, awkward, most painful experience for men, but nicest experience at the same time of pubic hair under the foreskin. Yeah.
Cheese wire.
Yeah, like
Dangerous, that is.
makes your eye twitch, doesn't it? Gives you that.
Ooh, if I do something wrong here, I could.
Yeah, I might
Seriously,
explode.
yeah,
or something. Like,
yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that, which is quite handy.
I'm just happy with like a little trim, if I'm honest. You could be really dangerous and use clippers.
I do use clippers if I'm not being waxed. If I haven't been waxed, I've
That's
got
done. Have you got proper men's? You can buy actual men's.
I was looking at the black,
ball
I'm sure it's Blackbeard.
Is it Menscape?
Oh,
Menscape, they do.
Menscape, they do one, and I was looking at the Blackbeard one as well the other day.
Haven't tried anything
It's
like that.
quite literally
But they say you
called
can't.
a ball
You
trimmer.
can't cut yourself with it, don't they?
Yeah, it's something to do with.
They must be really close together. The teeth or something like that. I think otherwise the teeth, the more area they've got to like pinch.
I don't know. Maybe they're closer. Yeah. So Manscaped do them.
Yeah, I've seen adverts for Manscaped.
There is quite literally a company called Balls.
Oh, okay.
Another company called Smooth Nuts.
Smooth off, like it.
I
These
mean,
nuts.
like says what it does on the tin, really. So yeah, but I mean, I've got just like I'm pretty sure it's a dog hair clipper, but I've got a set of old clippers that are for the beard, and I just use that for tidying up there. And then just if I haven't been for a while, then I'll use the clippers on that. Although you do have to be very careful around the scrotum. It's alright going down like the pubic hair, like down your pubic bone, down your chest and down to it. Careful at the shaft because you get skin that bunches up, and the scrotum is like do at your own risk.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever touch that with,
I've had a few
with clippers.
I got a few clipper cuts.
I think I tried it once and it wasn't.
Did it go?
It wasn't pleasant. You know the soreness that you said about with the waxing. Well, you get that from catching it with your clippers too.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
like
a no for me.
it's the same ouchie as getting your foreskin caught in your flies.
Yeah, but I've not tried the actual men's clippers. I don't know whether I'd spend the money.
I would.
I'm not quite even sure how much they are.
Well, just having a little look, they're about 50 quid. If you buy it from a company called Balls, you get a Balls starter kit, a trimmer, some shampoo-y stuff. What do we get here? You get a cleanse and recharge wash.
Wow.
Because you have to cleanse and recharge your balls. And then cleanse and deodorise lotion.
Wow.
Because there is nothing worse than smelly balls.
No,
Stink palm.
I don't have to smell. I can't get down that far if I'm honest.
And if you can stand up and your balls smell, it's definitely time for a shower anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Stand there, go for a toilet. God, what's that with?
God, I need to unblock the
I'll
drains.
tell you what else is dangerous. I'm not quite sure what company it is, but there's a company that make a body wash with like 9,999 mint leaves or eucalyptus mint leaves or something like that.
What,
now,
the original sauce?
yes. Now washing with that isn't bad.
Nah.
But when you get to your nuts
Nah,
and
disagree.
your tackle, it's wow.
See,
It's like dipping your balls in a packet of polos. That's or tree ball mints, double X, triple X mints. That to me, in fact, if you get a packet of triple X mints, right, you soak them in water and then dip your balls in that water. That's the equivalent of what I would say.
I don't think it is. See, I reckon maybe my waxing has desensitised me a little bit.
I can't deal with that. It was very
Really?
It was refreshing, John, and it opened my eyes.
Yeah,
but
see,
opened
no.
my eyes a bit too much.
Yeah, no, the only time that stuff has ever opened my eyes has been when I've literally got it in my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe I'm like dead inside. I've just got no feeling. It doesn't do it for me. Like everyone I know is like, hey, love a little bit of mint sauce around the balls, boys. Hey! But I'm like, nah.
No, it was refreshing.
Yeah, no, see, yeah, don't do it. I get it because it's meant for Minty, isn't it? It's like, it's not Blackbeard's, it was Bluebeard. Bluebeard's Revenge.
Okay.
Although I'm not sure I want the sound of a salty old pirate
swashing around by my balls, to be fair. Especially if he's out for revenge.
Yeah. I'm not so sure what sort of treasure he's looking for.
Suddenly I'm a eunuch. Well, where's my balls gone? Yeah, like the cat. The disgusted look from the cat. Anyway, yeah, moving on from that.
So what about other things? What would you do your eyebrows or anything like that? You ever done anything?
Well, no,
can't say I've
no,
ever done
I
anything
don't,
like that.
because I think that the more distinguished elderly gentlemen are the guys that have got the most amazing eyebrows. And you know the ones that end up with like devil horns off of their eyebrows, where they've got like, and they all talk like this. Do you know what I mean? Those guys.
Mr. Levenstein out of American Pie, he's got a good set of eyebrows, hasn't he?
That's like no one wants. I kind of get it's fine to have them, but like solid, like caterpillars on your eyes. No one wants to look like.
I think if they join up in the middle or something like that, you might.
Oh yeah.
Just get rid of the middle bit. But I couldn't say I ever think, oh yeah, my eyebrows need a bit of a tidy up.
I never ever think they need shaping. My wife does.
Yeah,
Because I'll regularly be laid down on the sofa with my head on her lap, and then suddenly the glint of doom appears, and the hand appears and pins the forehead down, and then suddenly she's there over the top, yoinking them out with a pair of tweezers.
Carly's done that to me. She's
They hurt.
she's like, oh, you've got like a really long one,
They
and then it's
hurt.
like
Yeah, it really hurts.
straight out.
It
So
really hurts. More so than down there.
no nose hair.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the worst.
ear hair,
Don't put
nose and
those
ear
up.
hair are they're just, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like
I do give those a little thing. You don't want to walk around with loads of hairs hanging out your nose, do you?
I don't know, because I've got a mustache, I've got a beard. I don't think it matters. It's camouflaged.
You just join it all up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's the beauty of a beard, mate. Have you got nose hair? Fucked if I know, mate. Don't know. Probably. Maybe. Definitely, mate. Like ears hair. Like. But even then, I think old men with massive ear hair look quite cool. I think they've earned the right. Do you know what I mean?
It's like
you see
your
that
own
80-year-old boy
earmuffs.
that can barely hold his own head up with his flat cap on and his walking stick, going down the shop to get his paper. And when you actually talk to him, he's got like tufts of hair coming
That's
out.
why I can't hear.
Yeah, blades of grass, like that sort of ear hair coming out. And I just think he's got earlobes the size of like decent Cumberland sausages. Do you know what I mean? Like massive, great big ears, and like he's. I think he's earned them. He's distinguished, and I don't think, as I'm earning my ear hair as I get older and older and a bit, hopefully, more wiser, I don't think it's right to be cutting that out.
I don't know whether I'd even care at that when I get to that point.
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think it matters overly. I don't think it matters overly. I have kind of gone on a bit of a, well, like as you know, I had a few health issues, so I went on a bit of a fitness thing, lost 2.5 stone, got myself healthier. So I've taken more pride in my appearance. Yeah, new word. Make them up as I go along, like I said the other day. I take more pride in my appearance since losing the weight and whatnot. But I don't think it's still not like a priority on my list.
I will always do like. I'll always use like a deodorant and an aftershave or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's being
so you
decent
smell
for
alright.
society, but like for me personally, like I don't know, maybe I've just grown out of it and got a bit more grumpy and cynical and find more enjoyment in mocking people that spend their time pruning themselves. Maybe it's like a little bit. Mate, do you know what it is? I think it's probably a little subconsciously. I think it's a little bit of jealousy. I'm a little bit jealous that I'm not 20, that I'm not in my prime, I'm not as good looking as I was. I've got everything I could possibly want. Don't get me wrong, right now. I've got everything that I want. But like I'm not that good looking lad that I was in my 20s. Do you know what I mean?
But it goes back to like a few episodes back where we were talking about happiness.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're doing that and it makes you feel good,
Yeah.
it makes you happy.
Yeah.
So I get why people are doing it. And if you're single, you're always going to try and make yourself look a little bit better constantly.
Of course,
I think like, when you do get with people and you're obviously together for a while, you do sort of let it go a little bit. But I'll try and buy. I'm quite thingy. I buy a lot of branded clothes, but also I'm quite happy to go in Tesco's or Sainsbury's or wherever and buy a pair of jeans. And if they look nice, I'll just buy stuff that looks good. I like things that last long, so I don't shop in like. I'll give a Primark, for instance, I can't abide the place because you like wash it once and it's out of shape.
Half the size it was when you bought it.
Yeah, you know, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah, of course,
I think, and you know, not all the time you can buy stuff and it's not that much cop, but generally speaking, I'll have a look, see what.
Got to say, I have been since Liz bought me Super Dry hoodie, because I was always like, I ain't paying Super Dry money. It's stupid. Like, I can go and buy like 5 hoodies for a Super Dry hoodie money. Stupid.
Yep.
Stupidness. She bought me a Super Dry hoodie, and I kind of get the hype.
Yeah,
I get it.
it's a
They
good quality.
they are. They're quality. They stay in shape. They fit properly. They're nice. They're nice.
And they have pretty good sales and stuff now anyway. So, but you know, I buy all sorts. You know, I don't buy just sports stuff. I go into all sorts of shops and buy bits and pieces. Like,
Yeah, you don't ever look like a scruff bag. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So
trainers, I'll spend a bit more on. But again, I wouldn't go and spend £150 on a pair of trainers. I'm happy spending 50, 60 quid. So in that respect, I'm thingy. But I'll always look for something that's on offer.
yeah.
So I wouldn't go and buy it because the new Nike have released a new trainer that's like 300 quid.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't appeal to me, and maybe it would have back in the day, because obviously Air Max, when Air Max come out, you know, everybody
Yeah,
wanted
when we
them.
were kids.
Adidas Torsion.
Yeah.
What else was out? Reebok had the classics, didn't they?
Yeah, mate, can't beat a pair of classics.
So you know, I've been bad. I used to wear like Yves Saint Laurent jeans, Kickers. They were big,
mate,
weren't they?
yeah,
So
mate, they were amazing.
Everyone's been through it.
Yep.
But obviously, you just grow out of it. I just buy what I like now. But I do still buy
Like,
mostly branded
would you
products.
ever like? So you look at like, you see like Paris Fashion Week or New York Fashion Week and all that, like, and you see like and my men's collection, and then there's a guy walking down the catwalk in a pair of stilettos with a pair of like budgie smugglers on and a see-through rain jacket and then a trolley on his head or something like that. Now I get that that's not everyday fashion that everybody's ever going to wear, but like even some of the stuff that comes out, like you look at it and you go, what?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. Like,
not for me.
it shouldn't matter, really, should it? Overall,
Everyone's got their own.
It shouldn't matter what you wear or what you look like, or like, it shouldn't matter, should it? Do you know what I mean? As long as you're not a dick. Do you know what I mean? As long as you're not being an out and out dick to people.
Don't be an ass.
Yeah. Well, it's the D-bad rule. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not being a dick to people, it shouldn't really matter, does it? But you do though, don't you? Because I do it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I walk down the road and I'll judge someone by what they're wearing.
I think a lot of people would think Jesus, like, what, you know, what they got on.
Oh God, one of them's got out quick. If only old Bill was a crackpot loose. Do you know what I mean?
But that's that individual's fashion. They just might like really obscure things in life. They might be someone that likes loads of colour.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, and again, like, that sort of thing's cool. It's absolutely cool, because you should be yourself. You shouldn't ever be something
Don't be a sheep.
Yeah, sheeple. Ugh, don't like that. I hate that word. It's nonsense. But like, to be yourself, you should be yourself. You shouldn't ever fake who you are to be fit in. Do you know what I mean?
I might see something that someone's got on. I think, oh, do you know what? That's really nice. I wouldn't mind a pair of those or one of those.
Yeah, I'm with that. Also, like, I think just a thought that came into my head is that I think, especially with blokes, we can get ourselves stuck in a bit of a rut because it's easier. Do you know what I mean? Like it's easy for a bloke, isn't it? Like, oh, I've got a black hoodie, or I've got 5 different hoodies: black one, a red one, grey one, white one, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've got 4 pairs of jeans, 5 pairs of jeans, and a couple of pairs of trainers, and like, I think like most blokes, 976,000 t-shirts.
Yeah.
Like, but we can just put it on, because then you just sort of blend into the background.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't like attract any, not trouble, but attention or anything like that. And I think that, like, just thinking back to when I was like suffering from depression and all that sort of stuff, like not like the emo, I wear black because I'm emotional sort of thing, but like, if you just put on like a black hoodie and a pair of jeans and a pair of trainers, you just sort of faded out. Do you know what I mean? No one noticed you. Everyone left you alone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get
Like,
what you're saying.
and I guess if you're in that sort of Oh, I know that I definitely neglected myself a lot when I was like at my worst with it. Like I wouldn't bother getting my hair cut. Like shady. I looked like that. I looked like Robin Williams when he was found in Jumanji. Do you know what I mean? Like Captain Caveman is what I like at one point is what genuinely what I looked like in the middle of it, because I didn't give a shit about myself. And I think there is a little bit to be said. So like whilst I sit here and I'm a bit like, yeah, it's all a bit too much, I think there is a bit to be said for actually making a bit of an effort to make yourself look nice, if it's only for you to make yourself feel nice, even if you don't go out. Like I think it was Marilyn Monroe or someone like that said, put your lipstick on and smile, do it every day of the week, and then after a while you'll just instinctively put it on and smile, and you'll forget why you were frowning. Do you know what I mean? That sort of like words along those sort of lines. And I think there's a degree of truth to that. I think I've done it today talking in this podcast. I've kind of ridiculed other blokes a little bit for their choice of fashion, you know, like the deck shoes, the ankles out, and the skinny jeans. It ain't me.
It's not me.
Nah, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, if you're happy wearing that and it's comfy, I can't say I've ever done it, so I couldn't even tell you if it was comfy or even what it looked like. I'd probably feel a bit stupid, but I might not look stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe in your eyes, but to other people, maybe
just
not.
You just fit in with everyone else, didn't you?
So that's everybody's got their own.
I think
style.
Yeah, I think sliding
individuality.
Yeah, man, and it, like we shouldn't. I think as blokes, we should be a bit less lenient, or a bit less harsh, and a bit more lenient on each other. Like maybe not quite so judgmental about. Do you know what I mean? Don't matter that I drive a Volkswagen Porter and you drive an Ismo. Like I don't compare myself to that. Do you know what I mean? And we shouldn't.
No, I buy things because I want them, or that's what I like.
Yeah.
I don't buy it because I'm thinking, if I get that, John will really like me, or he might like me more, or if I get that, everyone's going to think that I'm cool, or I just wouldn't do it. It doesn't. I'm not that sort of person. So I just do things
for you,
myself.
Do it for yourself. Yeah, definitely. And that's how it should be. And like probably, but it is how it should be. And we should be a little bit less judgmental of each other, and perhaps not rib each other as much as we do.
Don't get me wrong. If I look like an absolute knob, I would hope that you would tell me.
Yeah.
Because
if you suddenly you came wandering out your house one day with a Mac on and a toaster on your head.
Yeah. What are you doing,
Rob? Yeah.
Are you all right?
Have you had a bad week? You appear to have frankfurters hanging out your ears.
Yeah. And the other thing is, you need to think, if you're because you dress well and you keep yourself, you look tidy and your hair's tidy and stuff. If I come round, I don't know, in 2 months' time and you just add some joggers on every day and a screwed up t-shirt, your beard's all grown out, it's everywhere, I'd ask you if you was all right. So if you do notice anybody like that is looking different for any reason, just ask the question, because at the end of the day they might have something going on and they might just have let all that stuff go because they've got
distracted by it.
Because they've got so much going on. So those little telltale signs, I guess, could be there with anybody, couldn't they? Women included.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like we go on about blokes, it's only because we are blokes that we've kind of focused this podcast to be bloke centric or male centric, but it doesn't. Like the rules still apply to everyone, to men, women, and whatever, everything else in between. Like it still applies, doesn't it? Like if someone's off, if you notice that one of your friends is suddenly going downhill.
Well, you said it yourself when you was depressed. Your beard's everywhere,
mate,
your hair's everywhere. You're dressing all like you just can't be. You can't be arsed.
Yeah.
Because
you're
not in
point.
that frame of mind.
Yeah, man.
And I do think that obviously changing that way you think, and like if you did get up and groom yourself, and that for that moment in time, if you did that during that period, you would think, okay, I've made myself look good.
Yeah, and you feel good, and you feel better for it. Yeah, so it's definitely.
You still might not have gone out or interacted with people as much, but you're still making an effort for yourself. I think that's the main thing. At the end of the day, you still need to look after number one, because if you don't, you can just keep going downhill, can't you?
Yeah, fade away, which isn't what anybody wants at all.
The more you go into the hole, the harder it is to get back out.
Definitely, but you can get out of the hole
Every time.
every single time. You can get out of the hole, whether it's by yourself or whether it's from help. From my own personal experience, whether it's being helped out the hole by someone else or whether it's yourself kind of having a little moment of clarity and
Have
going,
a word with yourself.
crap, dragging
Yeah.
yourself out and pulling yourself out. It's you definitely can. Well, I think we'll wrap this one up there then. We've sort of overrun a little bit, but that's not really an issue. So thanks, that was fun. And you've now got images of my cracked scrotum,
Yeah.
my scabby, cracked, waxed scrotum.
Stay clean, people. Stay clean.
Yeah, stay clean. Yeah, no stink bums. And on that note, thanks guys. Take it easy. Cheers,
Ciao
Mark.
for now.
See you soon.
Yeah, ciao for now.